What's up? What's up? What's up? Surprise. I don't know, not a show, just a little live thing I decided to do for the hell of it. Rick Paulton, no Ryan Inman, just me. I imagine if he notices we're live, he might just decide to jump in. Who knows? But yeah, I got a couple packages in the mail, and I wanted to jump on here and open those up and test out the new intro. What do you guys think about that? New intro is pretty badass. That was made for us by Tiki from Talking Tapes, who I'm doing the Talking Tapes Collective with. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow that page. All right. I don't expect anybody to show up on this unadvertised little just drop of the dime on a random Monday morning when everybody's probably at work or sleeping. But, I figured, what the fuck? What the fuck? Let's just do this real quick because, it's always good to have extra content anyway. But if you are watching, we're going to talk about some things we got coming up on the show on our normal time of Thursday at 7. This week on Thursday at 7, I am going to have a taped show up for you guys. I'm going to record some stuff tonight but it won't be live. But feel free to comment, and I will respond to said comments later on in the day when I see them. But I'm going to be at the Hellraiser 4K screening that's going to be going on Thursday at 7:30 rather. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely hit us up for the show, and by all means, skip the show and go see Hellraiser if it's playing near you. Right on. Let's see. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. So another thing is coming up on the show the week after, I am going to be having we're going to be doing a show that's basically, I think we're going to talk about some haunted house stuff because we're probably going to go to see Valentine's Day haunt this weekend. So if we're going to talk about haunts, we're going to have Jared Haggerty from Halloween Haunts 365 come on with us. And any local haunters that see this, I might reach out to them and see if they want to come on and talk about, just haunted houses in general with us. And that could be a fun podcast topic for us. And I think that Thursday, I'm going to debut my idea of I'm going to post the link to get on through StreamYard on my page. So if you want to jump on with us, if you have a question for like one of the guests, or if you want to actually talk on camera, you can do that. And this is going to be experimental. We're going to see how this goes because we can have like up to 10 people. I think 10, maybe more, but at least 10 people at once on the live. So we'll test that out and see how it works, and kind of do it like a little bit of a talk radio drive, afternoon drive where you drive in, when you're driving and you call to talk to the radio guys about God knows what, and we'll do giveaways in that fashion and things like that. Yeah, I'm definitely not as good at this when I don't have somebody else with me, so bear with me. Still not a single soul watching though. So who knows? Probably nobody's going to see this, but I'm going to record it anyway. So I guess we'll start with my unboxing. And if I see anybody coming on, I'll recap what I talked about earlier. So first things first, I got this little package. Now these are things I ordered, so I know what they are. They're not mystery boxes, but it's still cool stuff. So the Horror House in Chicago was doing an event with the one and only Danhausen from wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I'm a huge Danhausen fan. And even if you aren't a wrestling fan, check out Danhausen on his YouTube and things that he does. The guy is freaking hilarious. He's like an old school throwback to like the old horror host of the day, in the vein of a Ghoulardi or the Ghoul or Svengoolie or something like that. So they were doing an event with him and the signing. I hope it went well. I haven't heard from them about that, but I did reach out to them and see if I can get one of the event t-shirts. because they had a limited number of them. And, well, somebody's watching. 2 people are watching. All right, cool. I'm not alone anymore. That's cool. So, ordered a couple shirts to support them. I ordered one on top of the event shirt. And this you can get on their page. Go to the Horror House on Facebook, and there's a link somewhere to their thing. But instead of Candyman, we got John Candyman. Hey, how funny is that? Let's see. Hard to go this way. There we go. Pretty freaking awesome, huh? What is it? Christmas again? Nah, I just got some boxes. How's it going, Rob? And I wanted to just talk about some random stuff real quick, things we're going to be doing on the show. If you're just tuning in, for next week's show on Thursday, it's going to be a pre-recorded show with my kids, actually. And feel free to comment on there, and I'll respond to them later. And, of course, talk amongst yourself. But like and share and definitely watch. We're going to be talking about, we just went to see Dracula in the theater the other day, and a week before that we seen Nosferatu. So we're going to talk about those things and some other stuff, but we'll get to that in a second. And this is the one I really wanted. These were limited to, I want to say $75. Speaking of Nosferatu, we got the one and only Danhausen in the Nosferatu style, the Nosferatu pose. And how freaking cool is that? These shirts very reasonably priced. $25, I want to say. Can't beat that with a stick, So, yeah, check them out. Support them. They're really awesome people. If you're in Chicago, stop into their store. Yeah, they're real glad that they got back to me and worked with me on that. They're going to try to get to some events near Cleveland, too. They're going to be going out and doing different cons and, selling their wares at different places. They have some really cool T-shirts. I'm going to definitely order some more from them, but check them out. It's real good stuff. Then I wanted to play the Blood Omen games on a PlayStation because I played them back in the day, and it was like, it was all this vampire things going on. I'm like, yeah, the Blood Omen games are pretty sweet. So I fire up my PlayStation. I go to purchase them from the PlayStation store, and the cost of them was equivalent to 1 month of PlayStation Plus. So I was like, I might as well just go ahead and get the PlayStation Plus and play the Blood Omen games that way. So since I had PlayStation Plus for the first time since the Texas Chainsaw game came out, I fired that up and I was playing that. And in the Texas Chainsaw game, they added an update where you can go into the house similar to the Friday the 13th game with the cabin mode where you unlock all the facts and take pictures and real cool stuff like that. So whilst doing that, I ended up in the hitchhiker's room of the house. And inside his room, there was a picture of his camera, and they listed the model the camera was. So I was like, I wonder if I type that into eBay, if I can find one, and if it'd be a reasonable price. Well, I did, and I did. And that is what this should be. So very excited. These guys have to pack things good. They got like 9 things of tape. Hopefully I don't have to get up and get something to cut into this. My scissors are missing again. Oh, but I got a screwdriver. That'll work. Screwdriver. So another thing I was talking about for those that maybe are just joining. So the show after that, we're going to have some haunted house people, including Jared Haggerty from Halloween Haunts 365 on. And we're going to be talking some haunted house stuff since we're going to be going to and look near you. I'm sure places you're at, they're going to be doing Valentine's Day haunts, which are really fun to go to, off-season haunts to support these guys so they can do awesome stuff for us during haunt season. So we're going to do that. So we're going to have Jared Haggerty on to talk some haunted house stuff and maybe a few haunted house actors if they got the time to come on for a minute. But on that show, I'm going to be debuting our call-in option where I'm going to post the StreamYard link. And, this might be, I don't know, this might be a train wreck. It might be cool. Who knows? But I'm going to post the StreamYard link on the Facebook page. And anybody that wants to call in to talk about whatever we're talking about, ask a guest a question, ramble on about whatever, we'll be able to. Because I can keep, like I said, about 10 people on the live at once. And just see how that goes and see if it's something you guys like and See if it's something we like. You know, who knows? Because a couple times where we did shows with multiple guests and we were bringing people in and out during the show to talk briefly rather than the whole hour, those seem to do pretty well. So figure if we're getting people in and out like on a conversation just as a call-in, it might be fun. So this is packed very well. Gotta appreciate that. This is over, what was it, probably 70 years old this camera is. Yeah, because it came out in the 60s, and now it's 2025. Heavy as hell. So I was thinking for a con, I'll buy a green shirt and khakis and weather them, and have Ricky dressed as a hitchhiker while I'm dressed as Leatherface. Could be fun. So we got this here. This is I don't know how to work this thing though. Let's see. Don't want to break it. Ah, there we go. That's how she opens. And if you remember, I mean, this is the exact same model and make of a camera that he had in the film. There's a way that this pulls out. Does it got instructions? Not really. Does that have film? Is that film in there? Oh, that's wild. But trust me, like this thing comes out and it like opens into the exact camera that he had in the film. I think it's like got a case around it or something. So I'm gonna put that on a yeah, because there's the how do you get this thing out? I'm gonna probably have to look up a YouTube video on how to open this thing. But yeah, so he'll have the camera with him, and he'll get him a little straight razor, and obviously not a real one. And his hair will grow his hair out, or get him a wig, and paint the birthmark on his face, and might have that for Cinema Wasteland when we go to see Brett Wagner, who will be here, and I'll be dressed as Leatherface, and my costume that James Ingram from J3 Costumes did for me, and my daughter. We're thinking about finding that like blue and white dress from Texas Chainsaw 3, Leatherface's daughter had, and we'll see how that works. And hopefully I can figure out how to open this thing. But it was $20. $20. Can't beat that with a stick. Not sure how to work it. Not sure how to open it. There's all kinds of, I don't know. All right, so there's that. T-shirts. Then, most importantly, the coolest thing I got, can't open just yet because it's not mine. I got this box sent to me from James Shaver, Carolina Kiwi Creations on Etsy and on YouTube. Check them out. Follow them. He sent this box. We were on a live with Adam Marcus talking about Jason Goes to Hell and when the documentary is going to come out, and it's done and it's almost out, and they're going to do the world premiere in Scotland, and it's awesome. And my situation for the Pennsylvania convention, the meet and greet with Kane Hodder that got totally destroyed, but then rebuilt by Adam Kane and Stacey Lee from C&V Promotions. And that came up on the live. So James Shaver commented on, on something I commented on, and, hey, what's the story behind that? I said, I'll tell you off air, message me and I'll let you know. So I do. And I give him the whole story about how me and Ricky are supposed to go up and we're supposed to have dinner with Kane Hodder. And there was this whole event that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. And it got all screwed up at the last minute, and how we paid like $700 to be at this thing. We never got our money back 2 years later. And then the event was saved by Adam Marcus, and Ricky and Adam, well, me and Adam as well, but Ricky and Adam became friends, and he really had a great time. Tiki, what's up, man? You got to order something. You got to order something from who? I don't know. But anywho, so we were on there. We were talking about the convention that never or didn't happen, and how Adam Marcus and Kane Hodder and Stacey Lee saved this convention, and hopefully they talk about it in the documentary. That'd be really cool. So James hears about this, and my son is autistic, and I was explaining to him how hard it was on me to find out when we get 7 hours away from our house to go to this convention. And my son, he's like, and the only reason we're going is because he wants to meet Kane Hodder. He's a big Jason fan, and he's pumped up. And with kids with autism, I mean, they're all different, but mine in particular, it's like hard. Like when you tell them something, they don't understand that things can change and things can get messed up. You said whatever's going to happen, so it has to happen. So if I would have told him, sorry, it got fucked up, we're not meeting Kane, but you said we were, and then it would have really caused boundary issues and trust issues with me and my son. So I was beside myself when this event gets canceled. We're 7 hours away from the place, and I'm out to lunch with Ricky. He's having the time of his life. He's happier than I've ever seen him. And I look at my phone, and there's this text, event's canceled. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. So I messaged Adam Marcus, and at this time I didn't know Adam, but I'm going, this is, insane. I know you have no control over this. It just sucks. And I know you can't do anything, but I'm just going to ramble, vent. And, I'm ready to cry, and Adam immediately calls me on the phone. He immediately called me and assured me that he was in town already too. And he found out it got canceled the same time I did. He traveled from LA. He brought film crew because he was supposed to film the ending of his documentary. He's expenses out, crazy. I mean, I'm out $700 and some gas money. This guy's out many thousands of dollars, because I mean, this is supposed to be the finale to his film, and he's there as well. And he's like, me and Kane are here already, and we both found out when you did. And he said, I don't know what's going to happen. We're trying to get a makeshift thing going. If it happens, awesome, I'll let you know. But if it doesn't, I'm going to have you and your son up to my hotel, to his hotel, to meet him. He's like, I'm going to make sure that your son gets some signed stuff for me, some Jason Goes to Hell merchandise. And he was just amazing. And so at that point, I did cry. I mean, I was just overwhelmed with emotion. I'm not an emotional guy. I don't really get like that. And I was bawling in the car, and the kid, my phone was broke. So the call was on the hands-free in the car. So Ricky's hearing the whole thing. So he, so afterwards we go back to the hotel. We had hockey tickets for that night because he likes hockey, and they have an AHL team in town there. And while we're there, Kane Hodder is at the hockey game, but he's sitting in the suites. So we try to find a way to get to where he was. It was fun, but we didn't make it. So it was like, Kane's up there. Maybe we can go and talk to him real quick. So during that time, Adam goes live, and I notice I get a notification that he's live on Facebook. So I turn it on, and he was like, well, we found a new venue to have the event, and it was actually in the hockey arena that I was at, but he was outside. And I was like thinking, like, maybe we should run outside and see if we could find him outside, but we didn't. And the next day we came, and Stacey Lee, got in touch with some of the vendors that were supposed to be there. And we had 10, 20 vendors there that, also lost money on this event because it got canceled and they didn't get their money that they paid to vend back. And so we were there. We all met Kane. Kane was amazing with Ricky. Ricky has a speech impediment, which you'll see because he's going to be on the show that we're pre-recording for Thursday. And I'm trying to translate for him to Kane, because I'm more used to the way he talks. And Kane's like shuts me down. He goes, hold on, I got this. And he just took his time with them and made sure to understand what he was saying. And like, really, I really felt that Ricky was seen and heard. And it was just an amazing experience. One of the best experiences of my life. So I go down this whole trail to get back to James Shaver of Carolina Kiwi Creations. So he reaches out to me and goes, I'd really like to do something for your son, because I was telling him, like, even though all this bad stuff happened, it was one of the best days of my life, and I don't feel ripped off. All these great things happened to me because some guy blew this convention and screwed everything up that, you know, all these great things happened to me. I met awesome people. We went to Camp Crystal Lake. Ricky is friends. Ricky and I both are friends with Adam Marcus, who's an amazing person. We met Kane Hodder a couple times. And second time we met Kane after that, he remembered Ricky. He took pictures and made Ricky choke him. Just amazing experiences. So he reached out and he goes, I want to send you something for Ricky. So that's why I can't open this just yet. So on our Thursday show, Ricky will have opened this because James wants to get Ricky's live reaction of whatever's in this box. And I have no idea what's in this box, but if you know anything about James Shaver and Carolina Kiwi Creations, that dude does some of the most amazing fucking work you've ever seen. He has, I seen a review where he gifted a life-size Cujo head to D. Wallace. And the detail in this thing, because he's a taxidermist too, you know, and the detail is just absolutely amazing. And so he does amazing work. So I'm very excited for whatever that's going to be. And Ricky's going to open it today, and we're gonna video that. Then we're gonna have my daughter do her review of Dracula and Nosferatu, and maybe some other stuff. But we're gonna record that, so we're gonna have a pre-recorded show on Thursday. So still make sure to check it out. Let's see, we got a couple comments here that I didn't get to. So let's see. Oh, the internet. As someone on the spectrum, I do the same thing if plans change. I throw a fit. We can't control it. You're cool as dad for understanding how your boy works. Oh, yeah. And that's just the thing. And you being on the spectrum, you understand, like, autism is just a really different thing. Like every kid is different. Like, I've had people tell me, oh, there's nothing wrong with your kid. He doesn't have autism. I'm like, no, he absolutely does. He's medically diagnosed. So it's like, but he's so smart. And I'm like, that's not what autism is, dude. It's not what autism is. Like, yeah, he's got like a genius level IQ and he remembers everything. I can show him pictures of when he was like 3 years old. He'd be like, Dad, we did this, this, and this on that day. But that's one of the quirks that he gets with this autism. And he has like real strong trust issues where if he wouldn't have met Kane that day, I don't know if I'd be okay with my son today. That's just the way he is. You know, and it's real difficult. Every kid is different. Every kid is different. So every kid has these different challenges, and it's a beautiful thing too at the same time. You know, they have these different, they're all different. So I always just be like, yeah, he's different. You know, we understand, we get it. You know, and he's really into horror, and that's his jam. And we got an empty box, so of course Rex has to play in the empty box. And let's see, another comment from Tiki. He says, beautiful story, dude. Love hearing this. Makes me love the community we're in. And absolutely. And that's what I noticed about, you know, this whole thing, the whole horror community thing. And that's what inspired me to do this podcast, because I wanted to, make sure something like that, if I could help stop something like that on the negative end from happening to somebody, awesome. And B, you know, just to help put people into contact with each other that are doing awesome stuff and just really cool stuff. And just how accepting the horror community is with, you know, diversity, people of color, gay, trans, you know, everything. We're all together and we all can be accepted, you know, like, and most of us have like all had a time in our life where we weren't accepted for whatever reason, you know, it's, you know, because we're heavier or we're too skinny or we're, you know, something's wrong with us. We have a disability and we're just made fun of and bullied. And that doesn't happen as much in the horror community because we know what it's like to be not accepted. So we want to accept everyone. We want to just open arms and just hold everybody and hug everybody. And it's just, I love it. But back to the box. So James sent that to Ricky. Ricky's going to open that tonight. You're going to have to tune in on Thursday at 7 at our normal time. The episode will debut on YouTube and Facebook at that point. And the call-in thing is not going to work then. We're going to do that the next week when we have James Haggerty on. And Jared Haggerty, not James Shaver, not James. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, I swear. We're going to have Jared Haggerty from Halloween Haunts 365 on. And James Shaver, we're going to record that Ricky opening this box for him. So make sure to check that out. Follow his page, Carolina Kiwi Creations on YouTube. On Facebook, I think it's just James Shaver. I don't know if he has a page for his work. If you order anything from CSR Collectibles, make sure you put enchiladas as your promo code. Follow the Talking Tapes page. We're doing things with the Talking Tapes Collective. That real fun stuff. Currently, we're reviewing the 80s anthology show Monsters. It's been a lot of fun. And of course, Tiki did that intro video you see in the beginning of this. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you're still here, Tiki, but I'm pretty sure you spelled starring wrong. But it's okay. If you did, it's all good. Isn't there only one R in starring? I have to fact check this real quick. Now that I'm thinking about it. Or would that be staring? Yeah, okay, so maybe I'm wrong and you're right. Is it spelled starring or staring? I know Dusty Rhodes spelled Starcade with 2 R's. Hey, what's up? CSR Collectibles is actually on the live. Hey, how's it going, guys? Well, you don't fix it because I like Dusty Rhodes, if it is wrong, no, you're right. It does have 2 R's. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm the idiot here. But yeah, CSR Collectibles are here. Make sure, I don't know if they're still doing the Scream pre-sale. I know there was only days left, and I know I got my order in to get Matthew Lillard and the other guy, Skeet Ulrich, to sign a very affordable Scream mask for me. So check them out if you haven't. And what else are we talking about here? And CSR, yeah, this isn't our normal show. This is just me jumping on to open some boxes and talk some shit for a minute. But Thursdays will be our normal show where we have guests and Falderall and all of the above. So I guess we'll just wrap this live up and make sure you check out Thursday's show where we revisit our corrupting kids with horror segments that we used to do early on, and should be fun. Yeah, the promo code enchiladas. I think it's enchiladas with an S. But either way, just order from them. They got great stuff. They have great stuff all the time. They have their mystery boxes are where it's at. Whenever they do mystery boxes, you got to get in on that because man, I have. If I get a mystery box from them and it sucks next time, I won't even be mad because every one of them has been bangers. And you can check my YouTube page for the openings of those mystery boxes. Like I had a Friday the 13th mystery box from them that I don't remember what I paid, but it wasn't enough. Whatever it wasn't enough. I got like, I want to say 17 signed Friday the 13th items in this, all different Jason items and great stuff, man. It was so good. I actually got a Pam Voorhees signed something in there, but it wasn't Betsy when I had Betsy anyway. It was the person that played the head in part 2, whose name escapes me. So that was really cool. And then I got like Kane Hodder was in that box and a signed mask, a signed NECA figure. The NECA figure alone without the signature is $50. Add another 50 for the signature at $100. You know, so that was whatever the box I paid was not enough. And every mystery box I've ever got with them was a hit. So CSR Collectibles, make sure to follow them. Follow Talking Tapes. Follow everybody I'm talking about. Support people doing shit. I know I suck without a net being on here by myself. So I promise Thursday will be better because I'll have people to talk to. And yeah, support people doing stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and get back to work. But thanks for taking the time to check this out, guys.
Thank you.